Good morning, Heidi. Good morning, Amber. Good morning, Rose. Just sharing the groups, guys. Give me 1 second. I'll be right with you. Still won't let me share to all groups. I'm still in jail on some of these groups, and it's so strange. Whatever. You gotta just do what you can do. It's so strange to me that it lets me share to some groups and then others not. So I don't know why that is. Like why I'm in jail with some groups and others I'm not. It's really weird. Makes no sense, the algorithms. Some of them are actually groups that are titled free advertising for spiritual this, that, and the other. They're like, nope, you can't share there. Not allowed. I think I might need to go through some of my groups and drop some too. Like, I think that some of them are outdated. Some of them aren't necessarily, utilized much anymore. They're small groups of people that were once active and no longer, and I'm just posting in them, and the groups are sort of dead. Good morning, Karen. Good morning, Kristen. Good morning, Irish and Cyprus. Good morning, Anne. How are you guys? Good morning, Ducky. Good morning, Jennifer. So yesterday's event, even though I only got to 195 from 190, over the course of the night, I picked up 2 more subscribers. So I got to 197. So I'm very close to hitting 200 subscribers, which made me feel sort of good. There was people that subscribed after the broadcast for the charms yesterday. So that made me feel good that subscribers are still coming in. They're trickling in, and we like that. Gives me hope, makes me feel like maybe what I'm doing is making a difference. I know that it is making a difference. I certainly see that with you guys, and I appreciate each and every one of you, but I am trying to grow this, and so it feels like it's like a very baby seed that I am like watering and feeding and taking care of and watching it grow very slowly, and sometimes I get impatient and I want it all right now. So it was nice to see. I will find the blessing and the gratitude in the 2 extra subscriptions that I got when I wasn't even online. And people have been joining the group on Facebook, which is great. So people are finding out about it, and I love that. And so things are good in that way, in that sort of direction. At least my attempt at gaining subscribers, I gained 7 in a day. That's pretty good, I think. Hey Tia, good morning. Tia, I noticed I didn't see Ali, is it? And then I noticed that Ali, then when I was looking at Facebook, I actually could see Ali's comments. So for some reason, I don't know why, maybe where Ali was posting in whichever place she had found it, I wasn't seeing them on Restream because it's cross broadcasting. So I'm telling her I'm sorry that I missed seeing her comments. I would have loved to have given her a charm reading if I had seen it, but I just didn't. And then I saw them afterwards when I was looking through Facebook. I could see Ali waving and saying, better maybe next time. And I was like, oh shit, that's the Ali that Tia was talking about. So I'm sorry about that. I'm not on Twitter yet. When I reached 100 followers, they told me to get on Twitter. Like they automatically sent me an email saying, you've reached 100 followers. You should put it out on Twitter. I don't understand how Twitter works. And I don't know how to use Twitter. I'm not on Instagram either. And I know that I probably need to get on Instagram because everybody seems to be on Instagram. But I'm not sure how that works yet either. I'm going to have to sort those things out because I think those things would help to grow me too a little bit. But I'm just not, I'm not versed in those things. Like I'm barely versed in Facebook, to be honest, and even YouTube. So I'm still learning. Thank you for the subscription, Tia. I see that. We can talk about the stuff this week, Jennifer. That would be great. That would be really good. Instagram, yes. Okay, Iris in Cyprus says Instagram, yes. I guess I need to figure out Instagram. I'm not exactly sure. It's confusing at first, and then Instagram is easier though. Try that, Tia says. I will try that. Good morning, Kelly Kemp, all the way in California. Okay, follow up from your email. You're back from vacation now. We will do that. Like I said, I don't have a huge presence online. I mean, what you see is what you get. My Facebook presence, and then my YouTube presence. And then I did at one point have a website called Engelgeist.com, but it didn't get a lot of traffic. It got clicks, like I could see that, but I don't know if it was bot clicks or not. I don't even know how any of that works. And I wasn't getting any business from it. All my business was coming directly through Facebook, through my business page. So I decided to let it go after 5 years of holding on to it and paying for it through, I can't think of the service, the domain hosting service. But anyways, we'll talk about it this week. So that would be good. I don't know if there's any bloggers on here. I'm not sure. I come from the firm belief that all I need is one Kardashian. Like, it's kind of the joke that I have, that all I need is one influencer to come across one of my videos and like it or enjoy what I have to say, and then maybe I could potentially blow up. But I don't know. We'll see, you know. There's people out there that are blown up that are doing things that I'm not even sure what they're doing. And they have thousands and thousands of followers, and I'm like watching them read cards, and I'm sort of like, oh, what are you doing? That's not a read. Anyways, that's just me. That's my personal take on it. And it's not jealousy. Like, I think there's enough for everybody to go around. It's just some people are out there and they're almost it's funny. I guess it's all just like refiltered information, really. I guess, I don't know. It's funny to me. And you just find the person that you like, and I want to be somebody that people like, I guess. So we're working on it. We're on our way. Anyways, I would recommend LinkedIn as a professional network over other social media platforms. That's what Kelly Kemp says. Okay. Tony Middleton Steele, I'm not sure if I'm going to do a charming today. I'm going to see. It's funny, today I feel kind of itchy. I don't know, and I don't mean itchy in the way of actual scratching itchy, but I woke up this morning feeling like I need to be doing something, and I don't know what it is. My energy feels a little bit, I'm trying to ground it right now. I tried to ground it this morning to make it feel a little less intense. The construction work is happening at full force this morning, like full like throttle. They're out there, you can hear them. I don't think you guys can hear them. I've closed the doors, but the construction work is like, they're at it Monday morning, like boom. And there's a lot of energy outside. I don't know if that's some of it that's creating it for me, but I almost feel tempted to like go and pack up a bunch of clothing, go to UPS and ship clothing back to the United States, like in an effort to sort of make things happen. And when I'm that way, I know that I need to slow down and sort of say, okay, what is propelling me? What is pushing me? So it feels a little bit antsy to me today, at least my own personal energy, or that's what I woke up to this morning. I don't know if I'm picking that up from other people or if it is my own, but it is this, maybe it's this energy shift that everybody's expecting. Like, I'm kind of expecting my own. I'm sort of waiting for things to roll forward. I've been living in a lot of hope around this whole Lionsgate thing and the eclipses and the selling of the houses in Mexico and trying to relocate back to Texas or whatever it is that the next chapter is supposed to be. And I keep saying I'm ready in my meditations, but I think it's that readiness that is like, I'm like, ooh, I want to form a plan. I also know that my house in Texas that I could go back to becomes vacant on the 15th. So that might be part of it too, is I'm feeling itchy, like, okay, it's getting close. Do I need to formulate a plan? I don't know. It's maybe the control freak in me. Kim Cincinnati says, my PayPal is in Spanish too. They can fix it. What? Thank you, Angie Holt Van Shiver. She says, I really like you, Dan. Thank you. I am on LinkedIn. I didn't even know that I am. I might be on LinkedIn and I just don't use it. I don't really understand it because I also don't. I think of LinkedIn as a more corporate kind of situation. Anxiety. Do you pick up from us because I'm out of 10? Sorry, I'm trying to calm down. Sometimes I can pick it up from other people. Sometimes it could be a planetary thing. You know, it's like we might all be a little bit anxious just in general. We're going to look at the energy today and see what the card is. Maybe that might tell us a little bit or give us a little insight. I don't necessarily feel anxious in the sense of full bore anxiety, like crippling anxiety. I feel more like I want to be doing something to push myself forward, but I really don't know what that is. You know, I'm sitting in a foreign country just sort of waiting for somebody to make an offer on houses that I can't force that to happen. So there's this part of me that it's funny. It's like in my gut, in my third chakra that feels like it's churning, like I want to go. And that's usually where my anxiety comes from. But this isn't anxiety. It's more like, I don't know, like I want to get out ahead of it. Like, and that's where I'm talking about, like, I literally thought, like, well, maybe if I go and I pack up my clothes this morning and take them down to UPS and put them in a box and ship them back to the United States to my mom's house, that might start the energetic flow of me moving. I don't know. And I'm in a big hurry. It's funny. It's like this thing about being in a big hurry to go nowhere. Like, so I go back to Texas, and what do I do in Texas? I was in Texas. That's what brought me here. So it's this funny thing where I'm just kind of like clocking all of it and going like, okay, so you're in a big hurry to go back to Texas because the house is empty, but what are you going to do once you're there? You're still going to be sitting there shooting videos, and it's going to be hot there like it's hot here, maybe a little less humid. There won't be construction noise. It'll be more peaceful, certainly. But it's just this funny feeling that I picked up with this morning. So let me just shake that off. Let me ground that out. Let's take our 3 breaths. My name is Engelgeist. This is Engelgeist. Thank you for tuning in. I am your spiritual meteorologist. That's the joke around here. What I do is I pull a card. I do 3 on Sunday and 1 every day of the week thereafter to kind of look at the energy, see what we're dealing with for the day as a collective, as a group. So some of you, this may ring true, and some of you may not experience it at all. But if it does ring true or it does resonate, just listen closely, and we'll hopefully find solutions for how to get around these energies or work with them so that we can better serve our highest good and the highest good of others. That's the intention, at least, behind this. I intend also for this live to be completely grounded, and everybody that comes either into the live to watch it live or those that see it throughout the day, for them to be hopefully find validation, inspiration, and hope from it, and also protection. Okay, so I like to start with 3 breaths to bring us into the present moment through the nose and out the mouth. We know the plus signs going in, filling the body with positivity, releasing it through the mouth with negative signs representing, past energy or energy that's no longer serving us, just releasing that and letting that go, any tension in the body, bringing our attention while we're doing the breathing to our body, and ideally by the 3rd breath up here to the 3rd eye. Our pineal gland is in the center of our head, so right behind our eyes is where we want our attention. Not in next week, not in yesterday, not in that fight we had with our mom 3 months ago, but right here, okay? So we're looking at Monday the 12th of August, 2019. I had to check that. My dog is totally like soothing me by licking the shit out of my feet right now. It's kind of creepy. So just if you hear weird licking noises, that's her under the bed. Stop it! I love you, honey. I know you're trying to soothe me, but just don't worry. I'm not going to put you in a box and ship you home. Not yet. You go home with me in the truck. Part of me feels like I need to be prepared, because I feel like this is the antsiness in it, is I feel like the shift is coming. I don't know where it's coming from. I can literally feel it in my body. And I'm kind of like, it feels like it's going to happen. And when it happens, it's going to happen quickly. And so I need to be prepared so that I can get everything wrapped up and boom, get in the stream and let this cosmic stream carry me along. Does that make sense? That's the feeling. And I'm just not sure when and where it's coming. So I want to be prepared. And so that's what's creating, it's not anxiety as much as it's like this itchiness, this anxiousness, like, all right, I'm ready, but I want to be really prepared. So I want to have less things to have to move. So I'm going to take stuff to UPS and ship it so that when it's time and when we're ready to go, it's just me and the dogs jumping in the truck and hitting the road. Like, that's what's going on for me. Anyways, too much me information. Let's take these friggin' breaths and get into the present moment. See, psychic as I may be, I'm human too. And I get caught up in my own mental melodrama. And this is, for me though, I have to say, this is where my level of worry is at right now, which I'm grateful for, because at least I can laugh at myself, and I find gratitude in that. Because I know that deep inside of me, through my meditation practice and through practicing the things that I preach to you guys, as best I can, right? Because I'm not perfect, but as best I can, I end up in a place of knowing that no matter what, I will be taken care of. My spirit will see to it, and if my spirit doesn't, then God or my guardian angels, the powers that are around me, the universe, Mother Earth, they will take care of me. And I have to live in that belief, no matter what happens, whether I ship my clothes, whether my dog licks my legs, whether we actually get to these 3 breaths this morning, we will all be taken care of. Okay? All right, so let's do this. So try and bring your attention back to your body really quick and close your eyes. We're going to take 3 breaths, one for the mind, one for the body, one for the spirit. Or let's start with the body, the mind, then the spirit, okay? And we're going to breathe deep in through our nose, into the belly, and then exhale out our mouth. So let's take that first breath. Join me if you'd like. Really fill up with that air and see those plus signs spreading all out throughout your body. And release. Let all the air go. Any tension, any stress, any worry. And as you're bringing your attention to your body, bring your attention slowly up your body. Maybe now you're in your chest and shoulder area. And let's take in a second breath. Breathe deeply and think of those plus signs coming in. New, fresh, present time energy. And release. Allow the old energy that's no longer serving us to go. And those of you that know about grounding, add a grounding cord from your base chakra all the way to the center of the earth. You can allow things that no longer serve you to go down that cord of energy and let the earth transmute it and heal it and make it new again. And let's take a 3rd breath for the spirit, deep in through the nose. And bring your attention, like I said, to the center of your head, right, the area right behind your eyes, and just rest there for a moment if you can. And release. Hi, what a way to honor the mind, the body, and the spirit, right? Hey, Jamie Taylor. Hey, Lori Neck. Hey, Marita. I know, live in the mystery. Marita Esteva, she's a shamanic healer and reader also on Facebook. You can find her. She just said live in the mystery, which is really what I'm trying to do and be excited by it, which I am. There is this part of me that, maybe it's a societal belief that I was trained. I gotta be prepared. Oh my God, what if? It's like... And now, at least I can find humor with it, because I do know that I will be carried. And there is this point of let go or be dragged. Anything here that I need to let go of other than, say, my pets, I will let go of if I need to. I will adapt and I will move forward, hopefully in grace and peace, which has not always been the case for me. Anyways, welcome to Monday, August 12th, 2019, present time. Let's see what card Spirit has in store for us today. What is Spirit trying to teach us? So let me ask Spirit, please, Spirit, can I have a card for the group? Those of us not only watching live, but those that may come across this video both today or at any point in time in the future. May this message resonate with whoever may come across this video and help them, validate them, inspire them in some way, shape, or form to achieve and reach their highest good. What is the energy for today, Monday, August 12th, 2019? The overall energy. Well, the shuffle's feeling good. It's feeling very well thought out, let's say that. I still feel that grounded nature to it. It doesn't feel syrupy or resistance filled. It feels grounded to me. Like, we're gonna know who we are this Monday. We're gonna feel who we are. We're gonna be working from a place of knowing rather than self-doubt, if that makes sense. At least the majority of us. There might be some of us that are in some self-doubt. That's okay. You know, I'm in my self-doubt right now. But I'm finding a sense of humor around it. So it gives an ease to it, right? And I can almost ground in that humor and laugh at myself and not take myself too seriously. And in doing so, it raises my vibration and allows the self-doubt to not necessarily have such an heavy effect. Does that make sense? So I feel like the cards feel clean. They feel crisp today. They feel like they are moving together good, or well, I should say. That's probably not good English. I was taught better in school. So, and they feel rather methodical. Like, so those of us this Monday might be planning some things throughout the week. There feels to be like a methodicalness to these cards that I like. Let's just say that, okay? So it feels balanced. We did have that breakthrough card for the beginning of the week. So remember, that is the underpinning of the energy this morning or this week, or the beginning of the week, that world's card. There might be some of us still having those breakthrough moments, coming into awareness. Some of us may be shocked by it. Some of us may be aware of it and have to, you sort of have been aware of it for a while and need to sort of push our boundaries. Thank you, Spirit. Push our boundaries, you know, or place our boundaries in such a way that we have to be forceful about it to make sure that we are able to have that stuff in play, or have those boundaries in place. Okay, so let's turn on the Buddha cam to remind us why Buddha is here, or to remind us not why Buddha is here, but the Buddha that is within all of us. I had to adjust Buddha cam this morning. He was being all sorts of wonky this morning. And there's Buddha. You can say hello to him. Now, the card today is a little interesting. I'm going to write it down. I don't want everybody to do shock and awe, okay? Like, 1 second. It's a crystals card. It's the mind, and it's negativity. So I know that Tony just said something about being in anxiety, which this might maybe apply to you. It looks like I'm dragging. Is my video dragging, guys? Uh-oh. Karen Albano says she's overthinking things. And it's a thinking card today. This is negativity. And guys, what this card says to me is this is an opportunity for us to really look at our thoughts and sort of break through. We need to sort of let go of some of this stuff. There's a lot of like sort of anger, resentment, past hurt, past sadness. These crystals, these are thoughts and feelings that maybe we have allowed to sort of crystallize in our space and become necessary for sort of removal. And I look at this and it says to me, it's not that today is going to be negative. Today is a day where we need to be aware of our negativity. Today is a day where we need to look at our thoughts and be aware of our processes. Now, when I was bringing up that Seven of Worlds card, the breakthrough card, I did say that some of you might be in your feelings a little bit. Some of you might be a little bit sort of, I don't know if aggressive is the right word, but it does have that sort of punch to it, that sort of like breakthrough of, no, I'm not putting up with this anymore. And this kind of piggybacks on that. This is the mental state that I feel like for some of you, it might actually be getting good and pissed off so that you draw those boundaries that the breakthrough card underlies for these first few days of the week. For others, I think that this card is about really clocking our thought patterns and looking at them and kind of either clearing them out or asking, does this work for me? Is this negative thought pattern serving me? Is it like my friend or is it my foe? Is it holding me is it pushing me, propelling me forward, or is it holding me back? We have control over these things, right? We get to choose our thoughts or where we focus our attention. I can't tell you how important it is about intention and attention. two really key things. If we're focusing on what is negative, sorry guys, just hit the computer. If we're focusing on what is negative, we're going to get more of these sort of thoughts and feelings, and they're going to perpetuate. And if they perpetuate, sometimes they can hang out and stay for a while and then begin to create our experience. We don't want that today. We want that breakthrough. If we have to get aggressive about it, or we have to get good and pissed off, and maybe that's what this negativity card is, this might be a benefit to us. If our thoughts are like, you know what, I don't like the way they treat me at work, or I don't like the way he spoke to me, or you know what, I don't like that my boyfriend won't communicate with me, or my girlfriend is not being clear with me right now. If that's what you need to see today so that you can sort of make those changes from that breakthrough card, have that breakthrough and draw those lines and access your personal power, then maybe that's what you need to do. For those of you that don't necessarily have those kinds of situations going on, this card says to me, be aware of what is going on in your mind that is negative. Be aware of what is going on in your mind that is outdated. Be aware of what is going on in your mind thought-wise that might be somebody else's information. Okay? I always say this, should is generally somebody else's information. I should do this. I should do that. Should is like societal information, or my mom. You know, my mom, like when I find myself, oh, I should do this because that's the way my mom would think I would do it. Or that's the way my friends need me to do it. Or that's the way society would want me to do it. Or how I was taught, I should. If your thoughts are should, then it's probably not necessarily what you want to do, it's what you think you should do. Does that make sense? So it's generally somebody else's information, or at least that's been my experience. So I think about that in the sense of this negativity card is, are you thinking negatively? Are you dealing in outdated information or outdated thoughts? Are you dealing in somebody else's information or something that maybe served you in the past but no longer is working for you anymore, and it's creating a negative space in your mind? There is a change that's happening, right? There's the shift we're talking about. There's me wanting to friggin' pack up my clothes and UPS it. There is this shift happening. This card says to me that we get the opportunity to, again, clean house mentally. Look at our thoughts and go, is this helping me or is this not helping me? Am I in the present moment? Or am I like worrying about next week or worrying about the past? Am I worrying about the oncoming shift? And I'm just using myself as an example. Am I, like, where am I at? I feel, this is the thing, and I'm going back off on another tirade, but I feel like this shift is coming. Like, I'm not joking. I've been feeling it for a little while. I just don't know where. That's the thing, and it bugs me because I can lay cards and I can pendulum and I can do charm readings and try and sort it out, but it doesn't serve me to do that because that will create sort of almost more, I don't know, anxiousness for me, or not anxiousness, but more like win, win, win. And I don't need to do that. The key is I need to trust. I need to have faith, not only in the universe, but in myself, that no matter what happens, I will be okay, that I will be carried, that I've been brought this far, and that I am a capable and beautiful being of light, right? And that I will be able to make it through this no matter what. Now, this negativity card, it gets to show me sort of what I need to let go of. It's my friend, right? So for those of you that might be feeling a little bit emotional, for those of you that might be a little bit more pessimistic today, or feeling like, fuck this dude, fuck this, those of you that are just silently rolling your eyes and rolling your R's while you're at it, like, okay? I'm just kidding with the rolling of the R's, but the rolling of the eyes, that's fine. You can be in that. But is that attitude really helping you? Is cynicism your friend still? Or does hope feel better? Does hope for a better future feel better? Or, does like, it's not going to change. It's just going to stay the same. This is what I always get. This is what always happens. Because you know what? If you're in those thoughts, guess what? That is what is always going to happen. So to me, it just says we're powerful creators, right? And so the more we own from that place, and the more that we live from that place or believe from that place, the more we receive from that place, right? So if we believe we're a powerful creator and we live from that place, we get to think about, okay, what am I doing that's maybe negatively based? Sometimes we do things that are negatively based in a form of from love to protect ourselves. Like we can do things from worry and anxiousness in an effort to feel safe. And that's not a bad thing, but we have to be aware that like, okay, wait. This is me negatively thinking and coming from a place of worry, trying to create peace and safety. How am I doing that? Because I'm sending out a mixed signal. So I think that this card today is actually a good card. It's allowing us to get clear. And we want to get clear on our, and I don't want to sound like a Scientologist. I don't mean that kind of clear, folks. I'm saying clear-minded and being aware of where we are sort of holding on to things that might be aggravated, insecure, worry-filled. And it's okay that we have those. Those are natural. We have to have that duality. We have to have both positive and negative, light and dark, good and bad. Don't judge yourself. Don't feel shame over it. Just honor it for what it is. Okay, that's an old thought. That's an old way of being that maybe I can let go of. That's a thought or something that's not necessarily serving me as I'm moving into this area. Now, for some of you, I'm going to go back to that breakthrough card. Some of you need to get to this negativity, to get good and pissed off in this red here, to like deal with some of that sadness, honor it and acknowledge it and get good and pissed off and then be like, no more. Because there was that volcano in yesterday's card. And if you guys don't know what I'm referring to, go back and watch yesterday's video for the week. Because those cards underpin, my belief is, those are the general underpinnings of this. So it would be similar to like a tarot where you would look at your ascendant or your rising sign and then also check out your moon. You know, like cross-watch your horoscope. I would cross-watch these cards because it's telling me on Sunday we have these three things coming, and now these are like more finer tuned information for each day as we go through. Okay, so I think that this card has a dual meaning for different people, and we're going to experience it differently. I do like that there's some open spaces back here in the blue. It says to me that we're not completely bogged down. So those of us that might be stuck in our negative thoughts or our thought patterns, don't believe that you're totally helpless. You're not. There is a horizon there. There is an out. There is a opportunity to chip away at this stuff. Become aware of it. Don't resist it. Just become aware of it. Acknowledge it. Maybe thank it. You know, thank it for whatever protection you thought it was giving you, whatever safety you thought it was going to provide. And then maybe let it go and look to something that has a little bit more hope, a little bit more higher vibration, a little bit more belief, a little bit more happiness, or have a good laugh at it. You know, that's what seems to work for me, is when I can laugh at myself. It's like, to me, laughter and the energy of amusement is sort of like psychic grease. I learned this in school when I went to clairvoyant training years ago in San Francisco, is that the energy of amusement, the vibration of amusement, not much can stick to it. Like if you go and you watch the one where we had those trolls that came into the room, and I found it so funny, they couldn't really hit me. They couldn't really get me because I found their names. They were so obnoxiously inappropriate that it was funny to me. And because of that, I felt like they couldn't really troll me because I was in amusement around it. It's a high vibration. And so lower vibrational energies such as like negativity or, troll energy or whatever can't really hit you. It can't really stick. It might hit and then slides right off because you're like, whatever. So, and I do that with myself because I know, I'm just a human being, and as we all are, and I make mistakes and I flub and I worry, and that's okay. And we're allowed to have the broad spectrum of emotions. So those of you that are feeling a little bit like more down or dark or having a harder time with negative thoughts, it's okay. but you can find your way out of it. You can choose something better. You can find the blessing. You can thank that because it's showing you what you don't want. And from there, you can sort of hopefully figure out, draw those boundaries in that breakthrough card and figure out what it is that you do want. And that's the breakthrough that needs to take place in the early part of this week. Because we have some good cards coming. We have that creativity card coming midweek. So we want to be creating, but we want to be creating from a positive space, not a negative space. So this negativity card is here to be like, okay, let's clear house. Let's check our thoughts and what needs to be let go of before we start the creation phase of this week. Because if this shift is happening and if you guys are really ready for it, you want this stuff to be let go, right? You want this stuff, or at least you want to be aware of it. So when you have it or when it comes up, if you're not able to let it go, you can push it aside and focus on the positive. Put your attention on the positive. So that while you are creating, you may still have some of these negative emotions or negative feelings, but they're not necessarily where you're operating and creating from. Okay? And again, I'm just going to end with this. It's all just energy. So nothing stays static. Nothing holds the same. Does that make sense? Like nature abhors a vacuum, right? It's going to always be pushing in something new as we move out something old. So if we move out some of these negative thought patterns or feelings or this lower vibrational stuff that we maybe are sitting in, nature or the universe, so to speak, God, is going to move in something that is better serving for us, of a higher vibration that feels better to us. We have to believe that. We have to find the blessing in it, in the experience that we're in while we're in it. And as we as we find true gratitude for it, that in and of itself shifts it. I promise you. As you find gratitude for the fact that, as I find gratitude for the fact that I'm antsy today and that I feel like I need to be doing something to move myself because I feel like a shift is coming, you know what? Either that antsiness will move aside or I will find the right thing that I need to do so that I can feel better and less antsy. But I can also laugh at myself and know that, you know what? Sometimes I wake up feeling like, what are we going to do today? So maybe I need to do another charm video. I just assumed today, I probably will actually, just because that will keep me busy and it will keep me focused on something other than, thinking about how can I change this? How can I force this? Because when you're forcing it, it's never any good. We can force stuff. We have free will, but generally, what's the other thing? True creation never stems from effort, right? So if we're in big effort, like we're trying to force something, it doesn't really work very easily, and we just set up a lot of resistance for ourselves, and it's just so much harder work. And by the time we get the creation, if we get it, we're so tired by that point we can't even enjoy it, and we're on to the next. So anyways, that's my spiel for today. Take care of yourselves, you guys. Be kind to yourselves. If you are thinking negatively or feeling emotional or find yourself, clearing out house, that's okay. That's exactly where you're supposed to be. Take that as the blessing. Look at that and go, okay, this is what he said. This is what I'm doing, and it's okay. And I can do something different. Okay? So I'm going to pretend, Heidi Phillips over on YouTube says, I'm going to pretend I'm wearing a jacket that doesn't fit anymore, so I'm going to get a new one with a confident and funky vibe, maybe a hooded poncho that's a little longer in the back. Well, there you go. And flare that poncho, girl. I like that visualization. Do that in meditation. Reading that makes me feel good. So if you can actually visualize that in a meditation, I bet you'll feel great. You're welcome, Kristen Ravello. Kristen says thank you. Jamie Taylor says thank you. I am blessed to have met you. I'm blessed to have met each and every one of you guys. You guys make me get up every morning and make me feel like I serve a purpose. So I love that you guys tune in every morning, and I'm grateful for each and every one of you. Please like, share, and subscribe. I'm also available for private readings, but most of you know that. If you need to contact me. I didn't even put my links in here. I'm so bad at this. The Linktree link is there. I think Ducky's probably been linking it, but there's my Linktree link, how to find me. I We'll maybe get on in a little bit and do some charms. It's 10:38 my time, so give me like an hour or so. It all depends. What is today? Monday? I don't think I have anything I need to do. That's the thing. I woke up today thinking it's Monday, I need to do something. And I think it has something to do with like everybody's hustly bustly outside with this construction. But also, what is that phrase? Idle hands are the devil's work. So I feel like maybe I need to find something to do. I was also thinking about shooting this week's Pick a Card. So I will see. But keep an eye out, you guys. Like, share, subscribe. Hit the subscribe button or the bell button so that you know when I am on. If I do decide to get on, it'll probably be within the hour. I need to eat. Thank you, Laura Macias Dent. You're welcome. And just sort of clear away, disconnect, and reset to do charms. Okay? So, good morning, Nate. How are you? All right, so I'm going to sign off, you guys. Those of you that are just coming in, please go back and rewatch the video. Rewatch it. Those of you that are subscribed on YouTube, it really helps me out if you go back and watch the videos on YouTube versus Facebook, just so you know. Because if you watch the full videos on YouTube, the algorithm, it shows YouTube, that I'm retaining viewership throughout the entirety of the video. And therefore they think, oh, it's better content. Does that make sense? So they move you up in pushing your video to other people. So if you guys are watching this on Facebook, I completely understand. But those of you that might be coming in late on Facebook, if you have YouTube accounts, go over to YouTube and watch this video in its entirety on YouTube if you can. It's a huge help to me. Like, share, subscribe, comment wherever you can. Share it wherever you think it would be best utilized. It's all forms of support. And I appreciate you guys. And I will see you guys in a little bit. And then again tomorrow morning to see if the shift has happened, or what kind of shift has taken place. And sometimes what we don't realize too, I have to say this, because this is just coming into my mind or my intuition right now, is that sometimes the shifts can be small and in pieces. And then by the time the pieces settle, we look back and the shift was so huge we didn't realize we were in it the whole time. So that could be possible for some of us too. We're all reading these memes about 11/11, the Lion's Gate, Stargate. Oh my God, it's all going to change. The planet's going to explode. But it could very well be that, these little changes that we're making through these cards and through our mental space and our thinking and our focus and our intention and our attention could be creating that very shift we're looking for. We just don't realize it on a day-to-day basis. But if we look back 6 months from now, we might be like, wow, that's huge. I was in that shift and I didn't even see it. So that's possible. All right, I will see you guys soon. Maybe in like an hour. Let me cool down. I get all hot and gross and sticky. I'm gonna eat and then maybe get in the shower and get a little refreshed feeling. That fresh feeling. And I will be back on to do some charm readings for you guys, okay? All right, have a great day. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please go over there and subscribe to it. I would greatly appreciate it. I'm trying to break 200 subscribers. I'm very close. And then once I break 200, then it's on to 250, then 300, blah, blah, blah. But it is a slow yet endearing process. And it gives me hope. And it makes me happy, but it also teaches me patience. All right, you guys. Love you guys. Have a great day. You have time to swim and walk the dog. Yes, you do, Irish and Cypress. I'm actually going to let my dogs out too. They go out right after the video. So I take care of them, and then I'm probably going to jump in the shower, eat something. So it's maybe in an hour or so. Just keep an eye out for the announcement. All right. Hey, Allie, I see you're here. Good morning. I see your chat box, so that's good. And Tony Middleton, I know that if you're you're in for a charm reading, because I know you've been asking and you've been missing, so keep an eye out, okay? And Allie, you too, all right? And I will talk to you guys soon, okay? All right, have a great day. Bye.